Greetings everybody, I am Lobo and welcome to episode 7 of my Minecraft survival series. Today we begin Project Altered Beast, formerly tentatively titled Project OP Beast Mode or the Perpetual Full Moon. Basically all it means is that our next few projects are going to be geared towards making us the most overpowered werewolf this Minecraft world has ever seen. Because we can't let anything like what happened to us in the Nether ever happen again. So today what we're going to focus on is enchantments. So let me go ahead and collect these bookcases and we'll go ahead and move them over to our temporary enchanting site. By the end of today's episode, what I'd like to have is a full set of enchanted diamond armor, an enchanted weapon, a few enchanted tools, and the knowledge that the next time we go against gas, we're going to stand a fighting chance. We're not just going to get blasted into oblivion again. So, where do we want to put our enchanting table? It is a mess in here. Yeah, we'll work on that soon. Alright, so this is going to be the temporary side of our enchanting table. That's where our anvil was, and we'll relocate that somewhere else. I'll probably put that up in the attic or something. Let's see, that's 9. So 10, 11. If we get rid of this torch, that'll be 12. And 13, 14. And that's all the bookcases we have for right now. We do still need to make our enchanting table, so one of those may actually have to go when we put that in. So we'll only have 13 bookcases to play with. Now, one thing I distinctly remember from last week's episode was that we finally got a white coat villager. Somebody I could trade my sugarcane with, because up until this point, we've been stuck trading coal with our toolsmiths and armorer. And, coal is non-renewable. And it's something I kind of want to hang on to. The problem is, our white coat villager seems to have run off. Yeah. I can't find him anywhere. So, yeah, it's official. He's gone. I filed a police report. And everybody else is accounted for. We still have all our toolsmiths, we still have our armor, we still have all our green coats, but the white coat villager, he's gone. He's vanished. Oh man. Why? Why couldn't it have been you? Ah! I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Yes, I did. Hey guys, I couldn't help but notice that you came up here for some alone time, and I wanted to bring you these carrots. I don't really want to interrupt you or anything. I know you're busy and you got stuff to do, but we could really use another white coat villager, if you know what I'm saying, for the good of the town and all. Alright, so I'm down here in our mine. I figure I'll give the villagers some privacy for a little while. And I originally wasn't going to record this, but, we do need to gather some resources. We need some iron for today's project. We need some diamonds for our equipment. So I've been doing some thinking on ways to improve this channel and to get more people interested in the content. And there's a couple things that spring to mind, but one I might implement in the near future is shortening the runtime. Because 25-minute videos are possibly too long for a new guy on the scene, because that's a lot of time to commit to somebody you don't know or trust, And I think I might play around with shortening the length of my videos, maybe down to around 10 to 15 minutes a video, just to make them a little more accessible to new viewers. That doesn't mean I'm just going to cut a video in half and make 2 separate uploads. I try to achieve a goal in each episode, and I want to have each video be able to stand on its own and have a conclusion, so I may just edit them down a bit more and try to make them a little more focused, like you won't see Lobo chasing sheep around the countryside as much. But what I want to know is, does that even sound like a good idea? Like, I really want to know what you guys think. If you have any constructive criticism, please leave a comment and let me hear it. I'm just getting this channel started, and I want to make the content on it enjoyable. And this is your chance to help shape this channel into something we can all enjoy. So I'm curious, do you think shorter, more focused videos would be better? Or do you guys like having, a longer stay in this world each week? Do you like seeing pretty much everything going on? Would that be better for the long term to show more? Also, if there's any particular aspect of these videos that you're into, feel free to let me know that as well. If you're into the building part or the exploration part or the, the commentary, I'll try to put more focus on what we're doing well while working behind the scenes on ways to improve the parts in which I may be lacking. And all that being said, I'm not too focused on growth at this point. I haven't advertised this channel at all. I don't post anything about it on Facebook, the Twitters, or Instagram. And I don't think I'm really going to focus on growing the channel until we get a good amount of quality content up here. You know, enough to keep people interested in watching. And that's what I'm focused on right now, is just making quality content. So again, if you have any constructive criticism, please feel free to comment. It is always welcome. Alright, back up here and we'll check on our Yes! Alright. Okay, we are... Yes, that's awesome. Congratulations. Let me shake your hand. No? Okay. Alright, I've been waiting around for him to grow up with great anticipation, mind you. And let's go ahead and see what he is, please. Yes! We've got a librarian, guys. We have a librarian in our village. I honestly don't even care that it was like 31 paper for an emerald. Like, I am so happy we got this guy right now. Oh man. Alright, so our video's taking a little bit of a detour here with the appearance of this guy. I've made a bunch of paper. Well, not a bunch, but I made what I could with what I have currently in stock. So the reason for that is I really just want to see what kind of trades this guy has to offer us. I want to see what kind of books he has. We know he has his efficiency book. But I want to see, there's 2 more books, there's 2 final trades, and I really want to see what those are. So we don't have them yet, but we'll keep trading until we do get them. We could also use some bookcases for our enchanting table, so we'll go ahead and use that to make him willing to trade with us again. We have thorns. Alright, let's see, let's get 1 more of those. And he has 1 final book, and we really need to figure out what that is. I'm hoping for something awesome. I don't want to jinx it, but is mending on the table. You're really dragging this scene on. All right, so let's try this again. Come on, give me something. Give me something, please. No? Oh, come on. All right, what do you have that's cheap? Glass. We'll buy some glass. There we go. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Fire protection? You know what? I can't complain. That's going to come in handy. That's going to come in handy the next time we go into the nether, so I can't complain. But yeah, let's get back to business. We now have our temporary enchanting station fully set up, powered up, and ready to go. And it looks like the next big tool enchantment we have is Fortune 3. So I've been powering up these random stone tools, just trying to get something good on here. And I think I'm going to stop it right here because I really do want that Fortune 3 on a pick. So what we need to do now is we need levels. We need to get our levels up so we can get that enchantment. And I think how we're going to go ahead and get those levels is we're going to go over here to our spider spawner and we're just going to turn it into a quick and dirty XP farm. And let me go ahead and get the coordinates of this so we can see where it will drop down to. I say quick and dirty because I'm not going to go through all the trouble of making an elevator or anything like that at this point. I just want to go ahead and get something going real fast. And we'll worry about like a bigger XP farm later on. What I want to do is, since spawners are active when you're within 16 blocks of them, is I think we're just going to go down about 16 blocks from the spawner. And that should damage our spiders enough to where we can take care of them pretty quick. Alright, you guys might remember this area. This is our main little mining hub. We got our the future side of our slime farm right over there. Those are the stairs that go back up to the surface. So this is very convenient because our spider spawner will actually end up dropping down right about here. Well, here. Yeah. -292, -37. So our spider spawner is right up there. The spawner is located on Y23, which means we need to dig down some, because we're currently on Y12, so we need to go down to Y7. That's about 16 blocks if my math is correct, which could be somewhat precarious. So basically, my plan for handling this lava is I just grabbed all the gravel I could find, and what I'm going to do is just fill in as much of the lava as I can, which could take a while, and it's occurring to me now that it might have been a better idea just to go ahead and do the elevator. But I've already started on this. And with the obsidian I now have to break, it's going to take a while, so I'll be back with you guys in a few. So as you can see, I've got this area cleared out, and it's a pretty big area. It's going to give us some room to walk around our 5x5 killing chamber right here. I got our chest in place, and I'll go ahead and get our hopper set up behind it. get the little collection system set up so that way we'll be able to collect some string as we're gathering XP. Alright, so I got the hoppers all in place. I actually went ahead and did the floor too. I figured it'd probably be best just to get that out of the way before we start putting everything else together. What we need to do now is we need to get our carpet, and we're going to set carpet on top of the hoppers. And what that does is basically it prevents our XP orbs from getting trapped inside the hoppers, because if they do, they'll just sit in there till they despawn. They'll try to come to us and they won't be able to. So once we get all these in place, last two, then we can go ahead and test out our system. So the chest is empty, and if we just toss our carpets randomly, they should both go into the chest. There we go. The next essential part of this system is our fences. For those of you that don't know, fences are taller than 1 block. So basically what we're going to have here, it's going to look like a 1 block gap, but it's actually going to be less than that due to our fences. And what that does is, since spiders are 1 block tall and the gap is now less than 1 block, it's going to prevent them from coming out as we're swiping at them with our sword. And that's pretty much it. That's the bottom portion of our XP farm complete, aside from the trapdoors on top of the chest to raise them up to the same level as the fences. While we're down here though, what I was thinking is that we go ahead and start dressing up our walls. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how this is going to look. I want it to look kind of craggy. I want it to look like we're in a cave because we are in a cave. I want this mine to have a whole unified feel to it. So what I'm going to do is experiment a little bit. I haven't really tried to build anything like I currently have in mind. So if I do like it, you'll see this continuing. And if I don't like it, you'll probably just see a quick cut right here to me saying I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever built, but I'm not a fan of this look, which is okay. You try something new, and every now and then it just doesn't work out. As you can see, I tried to dress it up with wood right here, which was probably not a good idea because, as you can see, you got the lava, and that is a fire hazard. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really too bothered with this currently because once we get the drop chamber in place, none of this is going to be visible. And that's kind of why I wanted to experiment right here. As far as the aesthetic for the mine, I don't know what it's going to look like yet. I'm going to worry about that in some point in the future. We have more important stuff on our plate right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get upstairs and we'll get working on the rest of our XP farm. Now, as far as our spawn chamber goes, I think we want to count out 5 blocks from each side of the spawner. I think for most spawners, you want 4 blocks on each side, but spiders are 2 blocks wide. They're 1 block tall and 2 blocks wide, so having 5 blocks seems to make sense to me. So we'll go ahead and do that for the front, back, both the sides. We'll count 2 blocks above the spawner and 2 blocks below the spawner, and that's going to be our spawn chamber. Now, why aren't I picking up? Oh, I need to clear out my inventory. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so as I was saying, what we're going to do is we're going to clear out this area, and then we're going to go ahead and... Do you hear that? I think we're on fire, guys. I hear a lot of crackling. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm pretty sure that we are on fire down there. So I need to go check that out real quick. I don't think that there's anything essential that's going to burn down, but I'd prefer not to lose that wood if I don't have to. I knew that was a bad idea. I knew this was a bad idea. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this wood down. I'm going to put out this fire and take this wood down, and then we'll meet back upstairs. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, I don't remember where I was or what I was talking about before we went down there. So I think what I'm going to do is time-lapse it. Alright, welcome back guys. As you can see, I've decided to relocate our chest rather than putting the trapdoors on top of it, and that was because I tried putting the trapdoors on it and it was not pretty. So what we're going to do instead is just make one extra hopper. We'll drop the chest down by one, and then we'll put our fences in like so, and that's going to prevent our spiders from attacking us while we're attacking them. And you can see we've also added a row of fences over the top here, and what that basically does is it provides visibility and also prevents the spiders from crawling back up, since it does create an overhang where it meets with a stone brick, which is generally what you want in a spider XP farm. You don't want them escaping, right? And I guess I'll go ahead and explain the reason it's 5x5 now. It's because it's not always just going to be a spider XP farm. Eventually, once we get an XP farm that's bigger, that's better, that's more efficient, we'll end up shutting this one down and converting it to a fully AFK spider farm. And that's the reason why I went 5x5. Now, if you notice, I'm putting these signs in right here, and what the signs are going to accomplish is that it's going to allow the water we put down to flush all the spiders to the middle. It's going to allow the water to overhang our drop chamber, which means spiders will only fall in the center 3x3 area. And you'll be able to see what I mean better once we actually do get the water in here. The thing is, we'll take out those fences when we convert it, and we'll replace them with stone brick. That way spiders can crawl back up to the top. And once they do get back up here, they'll get, once again, flushed out towards the center and for the second drop, and that's going to take them out. So basically, what we have here is a very simple farm that will allow the spiders to kill themselves. Now, I don't know if this is an existing design or not. If it is, I'll definitely give credit where it's due. If I didn't come up with it first, just leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll post a link in the description if it is already existing. Now, a quick note on that, if it doesn't exist currently, that could be because it's not the most efficient way to do this. But, you know, I like to come up with my own designs, and sometimes they work out well, sometimes they don't. That's just the nature of it. But yeah, you see we got that nice little overhang. What that does is it flushes all the spiders out towards the center, away from the walls, which means they won't be able to grab onto them on the way down and just clog up the system, which I've had trouble with before. And, you know, this is my way to alleviate that issue. Let's see. Probably be smarter to get rid of these torches before we put the other water down, because water oh, we got a spawn. See ya. Alright, so he's just gonna hang out down there until we can get down there to take care of him. But yeah, I think it's smarter to go ahead and take out these torches before we get the rest of the water in, because it's gonna be a pain to do that once we do get the water in. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put the water in the other corners. I'll go ahead and take out the torches and seal up the room, and then I'll meet you guys back downstairs. Alright, so we're back down here, and this is our first test of our spider XP farm. We have 4 spiders, and I don't hear any more spawning, which is probably not a good sign. That doesn't bode well for us, for the work we've put into this so far. So we may have a fully non-functional spider XP farm here. What am I going to do about this? Alright, so I think I figured it out. The 16 blocks away from the spawner is spherical. It's not a cube. So, popping up right here, you see we already got spiders spawning again. So we do need to raise the floor up a little bit. So what I'm going to do right now is raise the entire floor up, and then we'll come back and we'll have test number 2. Alright, so some modifications have been made. I've raised the floor up by 2 instead of 1 just to be safe, and I've also put in gates to make the spiders a little easier to get to. And as you can see, they are now spawning. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of these guys out. I'm going to collect some XP, and we'll go ahead and get upstairs and start on our enchantments. And the first enchantment we're going to do, we already know what it is. It's our Fortune 3 pick. So we're going to go ahead and go into our enchantment table. We'll put our pick in, we'll put our lapis in, and we'll pick out our enchantment. And let's see, we have Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, Fortune 3, which is awesome. Oh yes, I am so happy with this one. Alright, and we do have enough levels for 1 more enchantment. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is enchant this diamond sword we just made. So we'll go ahead and put our lapis in, we'll put our sword in and see what we got. We got Sharpness 3, Bane of Arthropods, We're going to be killing more than just spiders, so I think we'll go with this one. Alright, sharpness 3, fire aspect 2, and knockback 2. Yeah, I mean, we can do something with that. I gotta say, there was a point at which I was doubting how efficient this farm was going to be, but, you know, my fears have been somewhat put to rest, and I'm going to stay down here long enough to get enough levels to enchant a full set of diamond armor, and once I have that, I'll meet you guys back up at the surface. Alright guys, as you can see, we are now fully kitted out in diamond armor, enchanted diamond armor. And are you curious to know what enchantments we got? Because I'm going to show you whether you are or not. And I think we're going to start with our helmet. So we have Protection 4, Aqua Affinity 1, Unbreaking 3, and Respiration 3, which is a great helmet. That's going to come in handy whenever we do any water builds, and we might have one coming up pretty soon. Moving on to our chest plate, we have Protection 4 and Unbreaking 3, which is a pretty basic chest plate, but you know, we can roll with it for right now. And then our leggings, we have Fire Protection 4 and Unbreaking 3, which is going to come in handy if we ever go back to the Nether. We might have to at some point. And lastly, we have our boots with Blast Protection 3, Feather Falling 4, and Depth Strider 2. Awesome set of boots. I'm really happy with those. We do need Unbreaking on them. And we need mending on everything, but you know, we're not going to get that yet. We have to figure out a way to get mending very soon. But before we worry about any of that, there is one more thing I want to show you. As you can see, we do have another pickaxe, and the enchantment this table is offering us is Silk Touch, which is awesome. I do want a Silk Touch pickaxe so bad. So we have Silk Touch and Efficiency 4. It'd be better if we had Unbreaking on that. Fortunately, we do have a plain Jane Unbreaking pickaxe and an anvil, so we can go ahead and combine them and get Unbreaking 3 on our Silk Touch. So I think, let's see, what's the best way to do this? Not that way, this way. I think we're also going to name it. And the reason why I want to name it is because I don't want to get our pickaxes confused, since we'll have two of them now. So we don't want to use our fortune on something that requires Silk Touch and vice versa. So we're going to call this one, I think, Silk Paw. I don't know why I just wanted Silk in the name. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and rename the other one as well. I'm going to call that one Fortune Favors the Wolf. And I'm not going to do that in this clip because it's already run on too long. But yeah, I think that's all the time we have for today. I'm very happy with the progress we made. I'm trying to talk over these spiders. They're very loud in my headphones. I hope I'm not yelling at you. I think the farm is going to give us what we need for right now. I'm very happy with the enchantments we have on our armor, our weapons, our tools. I think this farm is meeting my expectations, if not exceeding them. One other thing to take note of is the fact that we do get a pretty good amount of string and spider eyes with this. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. I might actually need to get more storage down here. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. If you like what you've seen, please consider... Oh, we got a skeleton. That's okay, the spiders usually take care of them. If you like what you've seen, please consider leaving a like. Comments, we talked about that earlier. Comments are deeply appreciated. And I appreciate you just spending the time with me today and watching this video. So until next time, I'm Lobo, and I'll see you guys later.